Hello! In the past 2 weeks, I have mainly been working on the scene transitions. Basically, the first idea that I had for the scene transitions were a bunch of circles that grow from the center to the edges and then somehow collapse again. And this idea only grew in details when I actually sat down and draw the circles. I added a lot of detail to the bigger ones. The biggest one I think is about 13 centimeters. I think it turned out really well. I'm using the same circles for the scene transitions when you go from the map to the cutscene and when you return from the level to the overworld. And when you return from the level to the overworld, it is actually played in reverse. So it looks just a bit different, and my hope is that it never gets that boring, even if you see it a lot when you keep playing the game for, well, as long as you want to play it. I added a sleeping animation for all the 8 spirits in, I think it is level 4, and I also had to add a small status icon when the spirits are asleep. I added a sort of wave animation for the tiny shrooms in the second level and in another level where you have to click the shroom in sync with the beatbox. That was a funny little detail that I really wanted to add, and I hope it makes things a bit prettier. I replaced all of the letters for the letter dispenser puzzle. The circle that I used for this is still the original circle that I used in the prototype for the spirits actually. It is a really old sprite that I finally replaced, and it looks a bit better now, especially in context of the rest of the art in the game. Last but not least, I finally started the sketch for the start screen. I've been hesitating a lot with this one because it is the first thing that you're going to see in the game, and it has to be really cool and it has to really sell the game, so to speak. I think I have a good idea for this, and I think it's going to turn out quite nice. I have some additional notes this time. A question that I got asked by Tigalak was if it will support more than one language. And the answer is yes, I want to support various languages. I have a plan on how to do it, and I will probably need help from the community to translate it into other languages. Chigalak is already translating these videos, and we have already worked together in the past, especially on his game called Farable, and he has offered to translate it into Russian. So yeah, there's a good chance that Russian will be in the game. I will also try to translate it into German, which is going to be a lot of fun, because Katie and Betty have never spoken German before, except for that one time where Katie had a German curse on him. I split up all of the sounds from a recording session that I did in the old apartment. I still had one of the really large cardboard boxes lying around, and I recorded about 2 minutes of various sounds from it, and I split it up into around 50 individual songs now that I'm going to use for stuff like the user interface and for placing the boxes, and those will be the first sounds that are going to be in the game, and a good starting point, I think. I played around with Vignette, I think it's pronounced. Basically it's a black border on the edges of the screen, and it helps in some cases in some games, and I tried it with Katie and Betty and I think it just made it look claustrophobic. So I removed it again, but I want to support various modes for the colors. I want to add a dark mode, which is basically the inverted colors, and I also want to add a sepia mode. I'm taking some inspirations for this from the game Hidden Folks, if you know it, which has the same feature. So I was thinking that this is a good idea, and I will give it a try for Katie and Betty as well. I thought about the elevator pitch for this game, and I did a little poll on Twitter for this, and so far the winner is cooperatively build a path to guide spirits home. I think it sounds nice. Will it actually sell the game? I don't know. But you have to describe the game anyway, so it's good practice, especially for other games that I want to sell in the future maybe. Other than that, I'm always looking for feedback, so if you want, you can check it out on itch or become a patron to get early access and let me know what you think. And if you have other questions about the game, let me know and I will be happy to answer them. In the next 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to finish the splash screen, even if it's just the first version of it, and the introduction scene, which is before the splash screen, which is just a simple loading screen. So those 2 should be done, and if I'm lucky, I'm also adding the first piece of music to it, which is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope I will see you again next time. Goodbye.